kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now before the play clock runs out, Brian Flores is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll get that out wide to Waddle. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
There at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Gaskin. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So the 3-0 lead, apparently not good enough. They're going to go with the onside kick. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll run now with Gaskin. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Lockett the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play action. It's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And instead, they want to throw it off play action. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. Seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. This is Gaskin on the carry, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Gaskin again, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Myles Gaskin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
block it, the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Penny, a first down carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Penny. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Waddle will return this from the end zone. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Tua now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On play action, here's Tua. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Tua. They get this out wide to Gaskin. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. Carson. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And bulldozing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks. And just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, here's Penny. Fights off the defender. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Again, it's Penny. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Travis Homer taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Gaskin again on second down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Going on the ground with Homer. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Homer. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Penny. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. It's a big play there on 4th and inches. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a whole chop.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Parker. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play there for the Dolphins.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He's got Fuller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 39, Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Tua. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Tua to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jordan Brooks with it. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Flushed out right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guy. Guys are going to get the football at